Hi everyone, my name is Kamrul and welcome back to my channel Kamrul Something for All. Yesterday I made a video on a real story and I got a wonderful feedback from you. But I want to say that this was not a fake story, this was a real incident, and this was the real story how the person are starting the career from the same time from the same company, but after a time they are on the different track, they are on a different level only because of the seriousness about toward the company targets, toward the company goal. But one thing is a common, if you realize that, if you watch the video, after that you will realize that both the friends was completing their target as per the company norms, but the approach was different, and that is the reasons after a time they were on a different stage. One was on a ground floor and the second one was on the top floor. Today I will again to tell you the another incident, and this is also the real incident, and that happened with me last day, previous day, when I was talking with my senior and he told me that this incident, and I was shocked that how this is a possible and how now they are reacting and why the both persons are on a different stage again. So without a delay, let's start today's video. But before to start my video, I will request to all, please like and subscribe to my channel so that this video could reach you and to maximum audience, so that maximum audience will get the benefit of this. Because I never try to write anything, I never try to memorize the things, I always try to develop a video as the actual thing happened. I never try to interpret the things. That is the reasons maybe my video you sometimes you will feel the boring, but one thing I want to share that I am not mingling any things. I am just trying to tell you the reality and the actual things right now happening in the environment, happening in the organization, and the same thing I realized and same thing I watch and same thing happened with me and with my colleague. So these are the real example, and why I'm trying to telling these things in a story, because as a human nature we like a story, we appreciate the story, we always keen to listen, interest in stories, we always like to read a story, we always try to think, to listen and watch that things which are interesting and where we feel that we are attaching with that. So that I'm trying to same things and I'm trying to exploring that things with you, and definitely sometimes you will feel that this is not, if this is not happening with you, definitely this will be happening with your surrounding, or maybe with your colleague, or maybe your friend, or maybe someone who is relating with you, who is attaching with you. So today's video is again based on a 2%, but in a yesterday video this video was based on the two friends, but today's video is based on the two employee, and they are coming from the different background and they joined the same company at the same time. I will try to tell this story with a name X and Y. The X person joined the ABC company in ABC company before a 10-year or 15-year back. Actually, I did not get the more information about when they started the career, but as per my realization and as per my understanding, I'm trying to find out how much they were associated and where at which time they started the working on that organization. When they started the working in a ABC organization, at that time the A was the senior and B was the junior. A was working as the assistant manager and the B was working as the team leader. These role and designation are the correct, but the name and location, I can define the location also. This location is related from the very popular area west from the Bengal, and this story started with a little argue, and after that when the B realized that the A is my senior and everything is depend on my senior, and if B was thinking that if I am doing the anything negative, definitely it will impact on his performance, as well as he also he was also thinking on that way also. If he is doing the better things, definitely the appreciation will go to B. So in that dilemma, the A was enjoying the situation, but B was very confused how he can survive and how he can surpass to him. But he did not get a reason, he did not get a way how he can surpass him, on how he can make or reach the at least the equal position or maybe higher position. But at that time they work in the same organization around the 7 year, and in a 7 year A was the senior and B was the senior. But after a 7 year, A was working in the same organization, but B resigned the organization and he joined the another organization, and A was working the same organization. After that he also joined the another organization, but after a 5 year they joined again the same company, but right now the situation was different. A was the junior and the B was the senior, and initially when they started in a previous company ABC, that the hierarchy level as well as the salary structure level was quite different, means the gap was between them was very rare. But now the gap was very huge, because he is working as the managerial position and the A was working as the managerial position and B was working on a senior director level. You can see that the difference between the 2% before 12 year or 13 year back, they were on the same company, but the A was senior and the B was junior. Then I tried to find out the reason how this situation changed and how they are in a different position and how they are facing the situation, because now the person B is a very senior position and the A is now a junior position, and so I could not connect with him, and unfortunately I am working in the same organization also right now, so I could not get the more information about the B, but I tried to find out the reason with the A, why, how this happened. He told me that I have good knowledge about the market. I was working seriously for that organization, but one thing I feel the gap, I feel the difference between he and me, that was I never tried to speak more and more in English. Means I always try to communicate and I always try to give a message in a local language in front of my senior, but whenever he gets time, he always try to speak or give a message or try to express his view only is in English communication, so that the everyone was giving the attention to him, everyone was trying to understand him. And I already told you that you have a lot of the knowledge, you have a bucket of knowledge, but if you are not presenting in a right way at the right position, means everything is like a ruin thing. Means everything is a useless. You have a things but you can't, you are not using things, means nothing, there is no meaning of that things, there is no meaning of that information. The same thing happening with him. He was always try to speak or give a feedback in a meeting. Second, he was the extrovert, means he always try to give a feedback to the management what the challenge right now they are facing on a ground level. And a person also accepted that he never tried to give ground information to the management, means he never tried to make a bridge between the management and the ground team. He always show that whatever the right thing is happening on that territory, it is only he is doing that thing, he is the responsible for that thing. Means always he try to snatch the appreciation of whole team as a single man. He never appraised his team, he never told that this is the happening, I am achieving that things, I am achieving my goals only because of my team contribution. Everything is right now we are moving in a positive direction because of my team is moving in that direction. Whenever the B gets a chance in front of the show the interest of someone asks the feedback, then he always try to tell the another things, means he always try to express the thing, just I am handling them, just I am passing them, just I am giving a way, just I am giving the direction what the management is looking, what the organization is looking, and where the organization want to reach from here to there. Just I always try to tell the real things and always try to motivate the thing, and always try to tell them, as a team leader I want to reach a upper level, and you are also want to reach the TL, and after that the more upper position. This is only because of this will only happen when you will do your task in a different way. Means you will complete your task in a all aspect area, in all criteria what the organization is looking. Means just only complete our number, our target, our goal is not a satisfactory result, is not a good thing. He always told to his team, if you really want to grow, if you really want to improve, if you really want to gain a next level of your career, you will have to develop a new skill, you will have to do your target in a different way. Means as a manager, it is your responsibility. If your team is completing the target, it is also your responsibility to develop a new manager, new team leader in your team. Because one thing, this is my personal experience, mostly managers think that if I will motivate them, if I will help them, they will become a competitor of mine. But I think this is not the real thing. As well as you will give a confidence to team, your team will grow. Means in terms of hierarchy, in terms of standard living, in terms of career, where they will go, they will always appreciate you, they always remember you, they always give you thank you, they always tell to others, right now I am here because of my ex-colleague, because of my ex-boss. Means try to develop a more leaders in your team. Why I am telling this? Because this story is based on that. He told me that he always tried to develop a more leaders in his team as a team leader. When he know that when his under working colleague will promote, he will be equal in his position, he will be equal to B. But he never think about that, and whenever the organization gets the new opportunity as a team leader, he always refer to his team, and after a time period in that organization, 7 to 8% team leader was only associated with that person. In that organization he did not get opportunity, but when that organization person joined the another organization, they called him to join our organization, and that is the reasons he get the call from the boss, super boss, you can say that, and he joined another organization and he grew very fast. He reached that level where he was never expected, and that is the reasons he tried to develop. First thing, he tries to tell the real things from ground level to upper level, but in a presentable method, because when you as a organization, when you present the something, you should have the common language where you can share the things and everyone can get the same message. He always try to tell the things in English. Second, he tried to develop a more leader in his team, and that is the reasons he is now in a better position. He is now enjoying the working, and the A person is I am not saying the struggling, but definitely after a time period he should be on that position and the B should be on A position, but the right now condition has changed, and I think this is the basic where we think, where we will have to work on that. Thank you so much. Bye bye.